Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M40 M43, the Tier 8 American SPG, and we're located on the southeast spawn of Fjords, and it's under the command of DementedBunny. Now, you're about to see something in this battle which is rather shameful, and it happens later on during the game, and battle has started. Now this is an M40, and the reason I know that is the barrel extends well over the front of the vehicle, and that would identify the barrel belonging to a 155mm gun, and a 155mm gun mounted on this chassis is only an M40. It's the same chassis for the M43. It's an M4 chassis that's been lengthened and widened. One carries the the 8-inch howitzer, and that's the M43, and the M40 carries the 155mm gun, the same as on the M12. Okay, well, we're targeting a Jackson, dialing in, fires a quick round in, and gets a lovely first hit, 302 hit points. It wasn't fully dialed in, but it was a beautifully aimed shot. Okay, got a Leo and a Thunderbolt making their way across the field. There's a Cromwell B, or Bromwell as most people call them. We're not loaded yet. We've got 27 seconds between reloads. It's a long time to wait. We can't hit those two mediums now because they've gone behind the rock. We can probably hit that batch at 12 ton. Yep, just the front of him is poking out. We fire a round in and it hits the rock face. Okay, there is a KV-2R down at the western pass. He went unsighted, but I think he's just behind that bush. 10 seconds to shooting. We've marked the target. Almost ready to go. Rounds out straight away. And just kicks up some dirt for the moment. Now, we're looking for the enemy Arty. Looking for any tracer, any signs the enemy's there. We can't get any hits on them. We can't get hits on those enemy tanks going for the southern pass because they're behind the rock face. And in fact, actually, everywhere we're looking at the moment, it appears that there's obstructions in the way. Well, we're aiming for that bush. It's a well-known bush that Arty hides behind. Round out. Well, if there was an Arty there, he's probably got a headache now. And I heard another whistle there, so I think there is an Arty in this area. I'm pretty sure there is, because I heard the shell outgoing. And that's one of the things that the game does allow you to hear. If you're in Battle Assistant, you can hear the outgoing shell from the enemy Arty. And yes, there is the enemy Arty, and we're loaded. Rounds out. And that's a direct hit. No explosion means the shell hit the enemy vehicle. So he wasn't set on fire, because if he had been set on fire, he might have appeared. And there's the other enemy Arty. It's a school bus, the Su-14-2, the Tier 8 Soviet, and he's drowning himself intentionally. He deliberately drove into the water to avoid being killed, and this is the disgraceful act that I mentioned before. And there's an M44 doing exactly the same. Both of them are driving into the water to avoid being killed. Now that's the sort of scumbaggery that we do not allow or do not approve of at What Arty Noobs. We fight to the death. If somebody wants to claim our hit points, they're going to have to earn them, because we're going to fight you for them. But at least it gives you the chance to earn those hit points if you can get us, because we're going to fight you for it all the way. Dickermax. Aiming for him. Round out. No joy there. 27 seconds is a long time to reload, but it is quite a big shell. 155mm. It's a gun of French origin, French design. It was a successful gun on the First World War, funnily enough. It was accurate, it was fairly cheap to manufacture, and that's why they kept building them. They put them on the M12s and on the M40s. Okay, those enemies are getting rather too close. And DementedBunny's moving back to the back of the map to give her a bit more protection. There's an M45 up on top of those that ramp. Fires around in, gets a direct hit. 263, but it's not enough to kill him. And we've just lost one of our other Artys, the AMX13F3. He was killed by the M45. And we're moving over to sit behind this bush. Gives a bit more protection. We've also got the building between us and that 45 TP. But there's nobody else between us and a T26 who's just short of the houses. So he's going to be on us very, very shortly. Going for the 45 TP again. Oh, just took a round from the T26. We fired at the 45 TP, but the T26 is going to kill us. Yep, he got us.
This vehicle has had it.
Nothing we could do about that. Once we shot at the M4, the 45 TP rather, there was nothing we could do against that T26 other than to ram him. That's all we could have done. In fact, it's sometimes better to ram because at least you go down fighting. Oh, when our Achilles goes down, then that means the enemy's won. But a shameful act by their Arty to suicide the moment they were spotted. Ridiculous thing to do. You could have kept fighting like DementedBunny did. And DementedBunny, despite the fact that she died in this battle, she did keep firing as long as she could. And she did fairly well. Win 8 of 1016 on that battle. If you look at the team scores, we can see she managed to get the highest damage on her team, 1,350. The highest damage by the enemy team was their T26 Super Pershing, the one who killed her. He managed to get 1,561 hit points during that battle, followed by the 45 TP, 1,425. Now their Su-14-2 and their M44 did manage to get some damage on the enemy, but there was no need for them to kill themselves the moment they were spotted. It was a ridiculous thing to do. Should have kept fighting because their team did win in the end. And if they kept fighting, they might have been able to get some more hit points on the enemy. But there you go. It shows that there are tank drivers out there who drive Arty who don't understand Arty, and therefore they kill themselves rather than let the enemy claim their hit points. Well, we don't do that at What Arty Noobs. We fight the enemy and we fight to the death. We won't go down and kill ourselves. We would much prefer to kill the enemy and win the battle. And if that means that we have to die in the process, then so be it. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video, and hopefully it won't be a pair of scumbags drowning themselves. Thank you.